This is really cool, okay? Now, I had to do something on Montrose, because remember I told you I grew up in Montrose. And that's what's funny. I'm the only, it's not that I'm special or anything. Raleigh even laughs about this in Boise. He goes, Kirk, you got a purple roof. And I'll show that in a second if you want. This is crazy. So I don't know if that's been marked for trouble or marked for something good or not. I don't know. But we always laugh about, because I'll show you this in a second, that the home I was in growing up has a purple roof. And we're trying to figure out where you can get the material for a purple roof, because this is a photo from an aerial photo from, it's supposed to be like satellite, but I don't know. But anyway, it's purple. So it's hilarious, because you say, well, maybe you're being protected through the time, the dimensions with the Mandela effect getting shifted. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But it's actually got a purple roof. It is crazy. And so I can show you, but I want to show you this first, because this is in Montrose, California. And I thought this was cool because Montrose in Colorado, I have seen some spiritual things that the way it's aligned, architected. Yes, this is like a simulation matrix. Yes, we all know this. Yes, whether you believe it or not, do not care, because see, that's the thing is, I was listening to Life Matrix, and boy, he's a great. I never heard him actually do a live show before, and boy, they did good stuff, because I'm thinking, listener, about all the different stuff. So you get to check his stuff out in today or tonight that he did. He had a call-in show, and I just sat and listened most of the time. I did not call in, but it had some great info. Just awesome. So do Life Matrix, yes. So anyway, what's important about what he said is, you got to make sure you explore all the different types of pieces of this reality. You want to, you don't want to drive yourself crazy, because this reality will throw anything you want to look at. You can spend, he even said, we got these flat earthers that have moved on. They're still fighting for the rest of their life. They've been spending like 3 years and have moved on. You got to help them, support them, and understand the flat earth versus round earth debate, but move on, because you get trapped in there, and so go out there and explore all these different things. Be like a child that just got released into Disneyland, or a child that just got first time you went to the zoo. Go check out the zebras, go check out the monkeys, because that's your reality. So go explore the zoo, because the world is a zoo, right? It's a theater, it's a zoo. I told people, I said, I don't know if the animals, if we're keeping them in safe from these people so they don't rub off on them, or that we, if that's better that they're in. I know it's not funny, because I don't like animals being trapped in zoos. It's not funny. But I'm just saying, I'd rather live with them in the zoo, with the tigers and the lions and the zebras and all the penguins, than these people out here, because out here, it's a dang mess. I mean, there they get fed and this and that. I know it's a captive lifestyle, so it's not funny. Because the tigers don't get to roam like they normally would and be free, right? But it's a prison for us too. So we're looking in through the glass, in these zoos going, oh, look at those poor animals. They're trapped in this and that. Guess what? So are you. It's called Prison Earth. You're trapped with these crazy, evil, sociopath, NPCs, whatever, on this earth. I mean, it's no dang difference. I want out. Give me a ladder, climb out of this earth, because I'm tired of it. I want out of this place, this prison. I think it's about due. I've been begging Lord, Father, all of them. Somebody, God, get us out of this crap hole, or start helping us. Help us. Because I don't mean to get passionate about this, folks. I mean, you got to help us. I mean, please. I am sick of the drama. I'm sick of the hate. I have had it up to here, up to there, and below here, and up there. I'm sorry. I've got to put that out there. I am so tired of I feel like we're getting used, abused. And be honest with you, come on, God. I'm not insulting you, sir. Help us out, you too, Lord. This is not funny anymore. If you're laughing in heaven, this ain't funny. We're tired of it. We feel like we've been enslaved, and we're tired of being used. People question we're being used. I don't know if we're being used. I'm starting to think myself. Everything requires a price. A friendship requires a price. And I love this role. Like I said, I love this mission. I love the part, but I've had it done. I want out. And out in the sense that we either make progress or cut me out of this thing. It's like being held up in a war where you're just sitting in the bunkers and keep getting beat on by the other side as a prisoner of war. It's like we're trapped in a prisoners of war in this earth and not allowed to get out there and actually fight for our God and do something different, right? I know about patience. I talked to a sister about this in Kentucky. She said, "Don't understand, Kirk." Well, one thing that bothered me, I want to talk to you about personal business with her, It is not funny to let somebody, a child of this God, get abused and beaten to the point where she says pure love, then pure love, and take a little of that pure love, bring it down and help us out a little bit, right? No offense, God. I mean, seriously, we need your help. It's not about me and his people. I said the other day, I said, just take me and in my soul, because I'm done. Because I am not seeing the support that I need or you need. I'm not. Yes, we've been blessed. I love this role. I mean, hell, it beats being in Ukraine right now, getting bombed at and destroyed and being suffered, or actually being a true prisoner of war, stuck in somewhere, having China, brainwash you with this other crap. That's going there. But I'm tired. You got Elon Musk out there blabbing his mouth about he wants to be, he's out there the politicians, not after nobody. He's just trying to give God $260 billion a year, bud. He's out there, oh, he's a great guy. Oh, crap, give me. What the heck has he done for this world? Ask the guy this. What has Elon Musk done for you? Or, $260 billion, boy, be a bomb going off and help those people in Ethiopia, right? Bang! I seriously. Or just taking all those people that are desolate in our country and making them feel good. Or hell, some other country. Heck, it gets $26 billion just on interest rates off of $260 billion a year. You kidding me? Well, let's not go there, right? And, so anyway, it's, okay, so I went way off track. I have a lot of passion. I'm tired, right? But I am just done with the drama. I mean, this movie, this script is just getting to the point. It's not even fun anymore. It's like those movies where you go in there and start laughing a little bit, and then pretty soon you're on the stage with the dang movie, and you're the one that's getting beat and punched, and the Three Stooges, and pretty soon, even the guys, getting poked in the eye like Curly and smacked around, and then, hit and punched and beaten on the streets, to the point it's like, it's not fun anymore. At first, I used to chuckle and laugh at it, but I'm not done laughing. I am done. I am done laughing about this. It's not funny. It's gone beyond funny. Seriously. You can take a joke so far and be a part of it until it becomes no more fun. I'll be a part of that joke. When a joke starts to sting a little bit. So, sorry to go on about that. Okay, so this is what's cool though, right? I'm going to show you this. This is amazing. Okay, I don't know if you see this right now, this image. What I did was I did a satellite photo. And so this is Montrose, California. And so I'm moving around a little bit. So I did a terrain. So you got to remember, you look through the Earth through many means. There's multiple frequencies and layers. Even terrain shows you things about this world. Okay, so versus satellite versus just other things, right? So let me see if I can bring that. So I'll show you like the difference. You're gonna see that. Here's what I'm talking about. You can see an outline of something, and I'll show you what it is. I don't know if you see what I'm seeing. It's the whole red area. See the red area? That is the Montrose city. It's boundary lines. Okay. So then we go into default like this. Look at this. You can kind of see a little bit something more than looking at that red. So you'll see what I'm talking about. So I was looking at this, I said, why does something mean something there? It's kind of like putting a puzzle in. And then I went to train. And then I said, oh, you're kidding me. You know what we see? I'll show you. It is a beautiful lady. It is unreal, like an angel. I'll tell you, there's her mouth. There's her nose. There's her eye. Oh, no, better. There's her eye. And she has hair that comes down there. Look at this. Oh, here's her, like the front of her hair right there, right there. See that hair? See, her hair's like this, like this. So I'm trying to do it with my finger. And then she's got this, like, thing here. And it drips all the way down here, like some kind of bonnet thing. Look at this. Or like her hair. It's coming down here. Look at this. This hair here. And then you can, like, see her shoulder here. See the shoulder? Look at this. Right? And kind of, I don't know if this is, like, blending off her arm here, like this. Or what? So then it comes down here like this. Look at this. I'm not drawing well. So here's their face, like there, the outline of that. That's terrible, but I'm just trying to show you so you can watch this. So here's your hair there, and then this thing like here. Look at this. I know it's a terrible outline of it, but I'm just trying to show you what this is. That kind of looks kind of bad that way. So I'm going to remove all that and show you again. Look at that. Look at that red line just outlining her. Like, I'm doing it away from so you can see this. And then, like you said, her hair, and then you got this coming down. And this and this. Look at this. You gotta be kidding me. That's that piece there. It looks like maybe, I don't know. See, like part of it's in here like this. Like she's got her head facing that way. Look at that. You gotta be kidding me. That's because a lot of times I look at these, I'll be honest with you, look at these satellite and other images. I'm like, it's something that's nasty looking. You'll see bears. The bears are bad. You'll see Satan. you know, all these evil things out there, right? And that's what blows my mind. I said, you gotta kid me, right? So I'm going to show you that too in a minute, why this train's important. I'll take this off. So there she is. Isn't that amazing? Let's hold back to see anything else. It looks like there's something like a, right in here, or something here, like an eye. So it's kind of like a horse or something, I'm not sure. You see that? See that? Let's just pull it back. Let's just move all that. See that? Let's see nothing about Montrose. But look at it, see this. So if you zoom in, that's why you gotta be careful moving in and out. Like there, look at their eye. I mean, it's a real, right there, right dead center. The face, that is amazing. Trying to see if I can see anything else in there. I don't know. Oh my gosh, does it extend down like a mermaid or something? She kind of does a little bit, but I don't know. See, but that's beyond the boundary, but I can't hear that. But I don't know. All right, so, you know, that's the thing, you got to come pull in and out. But I want to show you, because that's where in Colorado, the Great Sand Dunes, I did a video on this way before on an old channel. Great Sand Dunes. Yeah, that one's crazy. This one really shocked your mind. Great Sand Dunes. So I hope I'm gonna, all right, hold on. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I tell you, it's amazing. This new Earth Mandela effect, this is what blows my mind, folks. You got 5G is supposed to be faster, and it's been slower than we had 4G, because I think everybody moved to 5G. So it was a whole lie, right? Number one, it gets ridiculous. And then the cell signal service, this world is so artificial. Even on Life Matrix, he says, man, he goes, the trees are lighter green than like they used to be. The sun is like white versus a nice yellow. The skies look kind of grayish. Like he said, this is like a digital fake world. He ain't kidding. This is like a carbon copy of a bouncing off the image of an original Earth. I mean, that's one of the things I noticed is like, God, the trees don't look as lively. I said, God, they don't have that luster. And even the sky was like, I was like, God, this sky looks wrong. And it's beyond the chemtrails. It's just got a artificial grayish tone to the blue, like it's polluted and just looks terrifying. And well, anyway, we're not going about that because, but you know, I mean, it just looks so fake. I mean, God, I got a story behind that. A guy shows up. I met him in Colorado, this younger gentleman. I said, how long have you been here? I don't know if he just got transfer Mandela effect. He goes, bud, I've only been here about, he said, I think about a month. And I said, what do you, he goes, so what do you, I said, what do you think? He goes, this one, he goes, this world is so digital. He goes, I can see the pixels in that wall. I don't know, he maybe could. You know, kind of like a matrix reader. I said, what do you mean? This is before I was fully aware of Mandela effect and the simulation. And yes, we're in the simulation, been there on that one. And, but you know, it's like, what? I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, he goes, my gosh. He says, this ain't in 1080, you know, graphics. He goes, this thing is like 480 pixels. He said, it's disgusting. And I said, he goes, yeah. And he goes, the other day I was over there by this brick wall. This actually happened when I was talking to him as, it was in, Idaho Springs, Colorado. He said, there's a wall over there. He said, you got to go look at that one sometime you get a chance. I didn't have a chance to look at it. He goes, you can tell. He goes, but that thing was like 480. He said, they really screwed up on that one. He must have meant the controllers or saying the B system or, you know, this artificial simulation. He said, they screwed up. But he goes, it was so pixelated. He goes, I was laughing my butt off about it. So he said he'd been here a month. I guess that's when we got Mandela effect shifted back in 2016. Was that yeah, that's when it happened on 2016, and he was just laughing about it. So here's the other one. Sorry to go with that. Let's see. I did the Great Sand. I typed in again. Here we go. It'll come in faster now. I got to show you. This has got this. And I did a whole video on this one. Let's see. Where's the Great Sand Dunes? Oh, there it is. There it is. Here we go. I'll show you in here. I'm going to show you what I saw. I said, you got to be kidding me. What's going on here? Let's see here. Moving some stuff around. It takes me a minute to orientate. That's what I mean. You got to really take your eyeballs in this thing, folks, because it gets hard to see. You got to spin her a little bit. Oh, there it is. Yes, there we go. We got it. Now you see it. Boy, this one's interesting. This is Satan, the devil himself. His wings. You're going to love this. I'm pulling it back here. Okay, I'm going to try to draw this the best you can and see what you see. Oh, what happened? Oh, here we go. Here we go. So here you'll see. This is, oh God, it was pulling with me. Why are you doing that? Let me get this. It might take a couple times. Here we go. There we go. Right, here we go. So here we got this wing here, like this. This wing of Satan. He's got his other wing spread out this way. Coming down here like this, okay? This is like the inside of the wing here. See, like this, okay? This is the wing wrapping back this way. Oh, I just drew over something I want to show you. So this is, okay, guess what you see on that wing? Look at this. Oh, God, I just screwed it up. So let me do that again. Let's go this wing here. This wing. And let's do this other one here. Oh, there we go, like this. Here we go, we got this, all right. Yeah, it's raining here. Sorry, I think it's that's water. I'm going to check that in a minute. Something like water. What is that? Am I going to leak? Oh, yeah, sorry, folks. Oh, yeah, just making sure. It's leaking or something. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's a snake. Look at this. See the snake on that wing? See that snake? I just wrapped around the snake. That's in this wing folding back this way. And this other wing's opened up. This one's opened up, that wing. Oops, sorry, that's a terrible arrow, but I don't want to redraw with it. And this wing's opened up here, okay? Like this. All right? And then here's his head. See that right in there? He's even wearing a cap. Look at this, like a little cap on top of his head and 2 eyes there. Trying to open his mouth. There's his body. Not kidding you. See that? So I'm going to take that off here. So you can remove these. So you can see me. So there's his head. See that? And then we take that off, and I'll take the arrows. And there's the snake. I'll take that off so you can see the snake. And there's the wing, the left wing, right wing. Right there, I'll zoom in on there for you. Take that off, zoom in, see? Close up of Satan, the devil. Well, I don't understand, they said that he was so beautiful that all the angels got jealous. Remember that? And it's like, well, I don't know what happened there, because that's not very beautiful. One way back, you kidding me? So that's a great Sand Dunes National Park. I saw some other things into there, but I did old videos. That one, that was on my other channel called Agent Cajun. So, but look at the snake thing. Let's pull in here. Look at the snake. The head of the snake is wrapping around there. Look at this. So I don't know how. See, sometimes the scripture it talks about how he's the most beautiful angel. Well, that ain't very beautiful to me. I mean, how would you like to meet that? How would you like that to be in your face every day? Is that beautiful? So I'm pull back in for look at that on Satan. Okay. Now, is there any names that point this out? Well, you remember the Lord met Satan in the desert. This great sand dunes. And so, you know, he met them in the great sand. He was tempted in the desert, right, to eat and something like that and all that. And actually, I saw there was an angel here on the left somewhere one time. And I actually went to help her. I said, I gotta go help escape that lady. She's an angel. She needs to go through. You need to help her. Where was she at? She was down here somewhere. That's okay, but anyway. So that's about that. So, anyway, Montrose has some very interesting things. There's a battle between 50-50, where Satan wants 50 and those other things. I'll type in Montrose or group just so you have a comparison of why. There's some things that you wouldn't understand because a person in the area to me that I would know. And like even my former wife, the relationship. Well, I can show you real quick. And don't insult her. Pray for her because this is a nightmare. Oh, I can do about Colorado. Yeah, Montrose, Colorado. And there we go. Zip over here. Boom. Right? Oh, I just saw a face and never realized, I think. Let's see if it pulls in here. I'm seeing some shouting. Well, it went away. So there's Montrose where I grew up. Okay. And why is that? That's satellite Montrose? Gosh, the network must be slow. There's our 5 genus. 5 of nothingness. All right, let's do this. Go back to train. Okay. So the thing you have about Montrose is I've done some studies. There's, I don't want to go through all this, but I just want to show you this is Montrose terrain. And, there would be, there's not a lot here that I can see. I haven't done much looking at this. I grew up on the 6900 road. Oh, I was going to show you the purple roof. That's crazy. Still feel I'll do that after this fills in. Because, yeah, so I was going to see if there's anything. Not really. See how Montrose, that's got a lot more spiritual lady, this other read to it. This is kind of just nothing here. So let me pull back. 67793 Colina Drive. Colina. There you go. That's where I grew up. In the spiritual read, 6 would be Satan. 7 Lord, 9's God, and Trinity 3. I'm not in gematria, don't really care much about that. But let me show you satellite photo. You're going to laugh on this one. You are going to laugh. Come on, Phil. There it is, the purple roof. Man, are you kidding me? There is the purple. That is the house I grew up in. Okay, this place has changed so much. Me and my mother and I, not me, my mother. It's always mother. Order is proper. Mother and I talked about this as not my original house. Did not. This is not. We have gone through this. We are blown away. And I'll do it briefly because you wouldn't understand. So here's the purple roof. Look, see the purple roofs? You got to be kidding me. So that lived out in the country. So you can't see, but you know I can scan around here real briefly. But you'll get the idea. You can look around your town. If you find, we actually did find one other purple roof. Doesn't make sense. Brawley had found one. Oh, it was in Vail, like Vail, Colorado. He found one in Vail, Idaho, or something, or Oregon. We're like trying to make sense, and it was weird because of Mandela effect, because it was supposed to be this old building, ended up being a brand new bank building or something that moved, and backstories like this and that. So we don't know what's there. So that you might have a purple roof. If you do, check out your child address, the other address lived in, and see if it's purple. Especially the one you grew up in. See, that'd be interesting if somebody said, yes, I have a purple roof. If you don't, it doesn't mean anything either. You know what I mean? Raleigh doesn't have a purple roof, but it doesn't mean that, you know, the thing. And some people, one guy said that, oh, Raleigh said the house he grew in has totally changed. It's not in the same structure. He said there's no way they had torn it down and rebuilt this thing. So again, so my house, I'll show you right here off the bat. This is what blows my mother and I away. This house, I'm going to pull back because you would understand, but I'm going to show you. This house is actually moved over here more because, like this, we had my mother, this happened during the Mandela effect. Right in here was there was a shed here that she didn't take away. There's nobody took it. Okay, let me clear this up. Sorry, I got kind of excited. Rear on this right-hand side here, this was like, it had concrete slab, driveway. No, so the driveway went to here. No, it was the whole thing, actually. I'm sorry, it was the whole thing. Clear out to here was a drive pavement. You know, it was actually, you could pull 2 cars side by side here. And also, my mother, right, this happened in, I think it was 2000, she moved to Denver area in 2000, was it 3? Later. Well, let's see, 2000. It was about 2003, 2004. And this thing immediately shifted later when we looked back into this thing. Like I said, there's no way to move the house over here, like moved it, jacked it that way. It's kind of like the South America getting yanked over. This thing moved over, and there's no way now you could even put a 2 side-by-side, you know, a concrete slab here, and then have on that side of that slab a shed that my dad had a blue shed that we had everything, bikes or tools, a garden for gardening, stuff like this. So this house is not the original, okay? You know, see, in the lot, it looks totally off to us because it was actually a big lot. So we used to sled down the back here, even it's cool. We'd sled off this thing, and I'll zoom in here. And also what really blows my mind is it is missing a key ingredient right here. There is supposed to be, this is what blows my mind, there is no way, this is, okay, right here was supposed to be a green electrical box. The reason was it's snow, and what happens sometimes, we have this little green box, right? It's big because it served all the houses, except my parents, it served like, served all the houses from ours. Yeah, they got lucky and had to service this thing, right? The neighbor's house, it went over there underneath the ground from that point. But why this is, we know this is, that box was very expensive. And there's no way, because it was still there when she left in 2003 or 4, and now it's gone. And there's no way to take the money, there'd be no reason to take that box and bury it and make electrical lines there. No. You just wouldn't do it. You got to realize, Montrose County, boy, no. it's not worth the cost, and I don't see any electrical boxes now. So it was right on that corner at the bottom. So like I said, snow, water run down there, collected in there, and it shorted out. Not shorted, yeah, it shorted out where it actually hit the main breaker on it. So my dad had to make sure they watched it because the thing was locked up. And when they did that, they had to send somebody out there and actually get access into the thing to open it up. Because it was about the size of a, trying to get this idea of the size that green box is about. Well, trying to give you an idea of what trying to think would be the size of something to be square like that. Because bigger than anything, bigger than anything you've ever seen is like, God, what would be the good size to really think about? It's ridiculous. Well, I am trying to think what it'd be. It's kind of like the size of a four-wheeler, but a square box, the large four-wheelers. But it's green, too. Green, right? It was green. And green is always representative of energy, too, by the way. It's a solid green box, okay? All right. So it was right there, okay? So we know the house has shifted. And even my neighbors here, this what's funny about this house. There was never the space between here. They had this whole open area. I was like, what? My mom was like, what is this? Because we used to play there, and what happened is our yard was like, it would be like this hill that dropped off with a fence, and they had this little sliver, and then the backyard here, this thing was way bigger like this. It was big. They had a trampoline. She had a trampoline back there as a Sheila Archuleta, and Sheila Archuleta had this trampoline in back there. They had a really big backyard and just a little sliver on the side here. We never could play back there. We tried to play football. We never could play football at their house because this side was too tight, and they had everything, the trampoline, all the crap back in here. So we never got this. So this house has changed. I mean, it's so changed. Then they came along, and they came along. Got a semi truck just sitting there behind me or something. I don't know. Then they came along and built this thing. I don't like cars just sitting there pocketing around me. That thing came out of there. And that's like, what? The reason it's a problem is because it's huge. And yeah, they could have built that. Yeah, I get that, sure. But it's just awkward because the whole layout's not wrong. This house is, my mother said, God, this house doesn't look right. Because the side here, they used to have a side here, but it ran this other name. So, see, this thing got more over here. It just, okay, I don't want to go there. I mean, it's ridiculous, okay? And so I should mind, this is a pond we used to swim in. My God, it's filthy now, but I mean, this is a pond. We used to take boats in there and ice skate on it. I mean, seriously, my dad had a pump there. It looks like we had a pump that used to pump water up to our house. So my dad had this really high, because you got to realize this is a hill. Pump it way up. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see how steep. You can't really see it, but it had this big hill. And like I said, and this is what's weird about this back. This back isn't right because that fence was still there, but it used to have this fence and roll like a hill, like sloping down versus cut off. I mean, I don't know if they have a retaining wall now or something, because this does not make sense to us. My mother. So they had the pond, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this place is so not our original earth. And then this house here is jacked weird. This was the Eula berries, and the Eula berries were like, I mean, this house was, is that the Eula berries? Let me see. Let me pull back the Bruce Eula berry. Yeah, that was the Eula berries. And that's what's weird. Is there a house miss? Oh my God. That is new, because I just looked at this a couple weeks. We had a burnt house, but that's the wrong one. There was a house that got burnt. Well, no, was that the right house? Hold on a minute. Eula berries, counting. Oh, that is the house. That is the house that got burnt. Yeah, what happened was, I'd heard, about night, which is crazy. This thing's still burnt, and they left it there. This burned over, 2000, I think it was 1998. So they left this burn till, I don't know when this photograph of Google claims it is, but that house has been just sitting there burnt. Really? Why is it still sitting there? What happened is some teenagers went and partied, because that thing was always empty, and we're there. I never knew who lived there. It was like this mysterious house, a really nice house, and it got burnt, looks like. Well, they went there and they started firing, it burnt down. part of it. But so now it's still burnt. You're kidding me. There should be in city ordinances, I think you're not allowed to, in county, to let something sit there in a burnt state because you got, you know, rodent issues or some kind of hazardous material issues, right? So they burned that thing down, and I don't know. So this Yuleberry house, this thing used to be more, because we used to play football in the front yard here. This thing was actually like this. This house totally changed. Totally changed. I mean, it's crazy. Crazy. And so, anyway, so there's that. You're probably like, well, this ain't fun for you guys, because it is, because I hope you understand that we have many people talking about the Mandela effect. This place is completely different here. You kidding me? There's no way this changed. This used to be a ditch, and they would have had to bury the pipeline, because I'm not kidding you. Which they could have gone and brought a pipeline. Most of it was still a ditch. We used to, there's water. I was constantly running down here, and it doesn't look like, I could be time of year, but no, this is a complete, there is part of a ditch there, it looks like. But anyway, that is amazing, because I'm going to do, you can shut this off too. You don't have to listen to the whole thing, because we used to sled down these hills like those. Oh my God, down these hills here. Boy, they're awesome, by the way. You can't tell how far that is. Adobe's, no rocks. Oh my God, you would fly. I was looking at this, man. You fly this and you can't tell. Oh my goodness. Scared the crap out of us, man. You come booking down there. And so what we had was, we had a little, so we do that. And then, I said, we had a little ditch. You can see where it used to run. So it'd run down here. And that's what gave everybody water, to water the, you know, pumps and other things to water their grass and stuff. Or my parents, you know, their garden and stuff. And this house too, by the way, this what's weird about this, on this left side, this house was actually about here, and this thing was so tight here, you could literally, no, well, I guess when that tight is, that's somewhat true. Those are the Augustins. And the Augustins, but the thing that my mother and I talked about, it's weird because they've got this runway, this road here, and it was actually too steep to this. They would have dug this out, and it was actually pretty tight. It'd been more like here and not have a lot of room, because we could, well, about here, because you could actually look over into their thing. There's a rounded hill, so there was a great breaker between us. You know what I mean? So it was more like this. So they had to dug this out, which is okay. You could have bought retaining walls, but it just doesn't make sense as far as the position of it. It's been shifted over here. I mean, it's been shifted that way a little bit, okay? And what else about this? You can see it used to have an old driveway, which is okay. It used to come around here and wrap around and then go back down. So that's okay, because you can see like there's some worn out residue to that, okay? And what else we got here? And, all right. Well, this whole thing doesn't make sense. It does not make sense to me. I even tracked this whole area. I used to jog and hike. There's a huge way around here. And what was weird about it is, you know, you like folks, we used to like even riverboarding, right? Instead of doing riverboarding, right here, yes, look at this. This is what's wild. Okay, I'm going to show you where this major river was. Not major, it's just an average, pretty wide canal. Right in here. This is what blows my mind. This thing looks like nothing out here, like everything's dead. Number one, this used to be the most greenest spot of everything, because right here it had a spillway where it shot out this pipe and just this massive water into this pool here. And my best buddy, when we were 18, we went riverboarding this thing, because it had this pool of water and it had this thing that jet off there. We tie the rope to this, and then we tie our board to there and riverboarded that thing. It was so cool. And it was dangerous because there's so much water shooting out. So now it looks like the pipe is gone. You can't see the pipe. There's a big pipe, and it's just, they would have to bury it and see, where's the entry of this pipe? I mean, there's no way you'd change these things, folks. It costs a lot of money to put it in originally, and you have a time over years. You wouldn't, right? And so that was very unusual about that. Okay. Is there anything I want to show you about that? Well, not really, because you guys won't understand. You know, because I'm trying to use an image and trying to put it in your head of what I saw on this house. But you gotta love that purple roof. Wasn't it nice? Kind of high quality print. You seen the purple roofs? No. That's kind of cool, isn't it? I don't know what it means. Is it a good or bad thing? God, I don't know. Raleigh says, boy, I said maybe in Mark that the purple people are coming to get me. So it actually, and then my other house, you're gonna love this. It gets weirder. I'll show you this. Then my mother sends me a photograph about 3 weeks ago that one of the houses, I own 2 houses in Colorado. This is a smaller one that I left last time. One of my houses that I lived near with by myself after the former wife kicked me out because I owned that one too. Wait, what happened? God darn it. This is what gets really weirder. She said, Kirk, you would not believe that old house. I left this one. Which they changed. I know the people that bought it. I think the same ones. My mother said she's an opera singer or something. But anyway, this house does not have a purple roof. But, you're going to love this. Come on. Oh, I need a oh, I don't know if, oh, you can't because it's my mother's photograph. Shoot, I'm sorry, I don't have it. I'd have to pull it up. And anyway, so it doesn't have a purple roof. But what's weird about this house, oh, shoot. Yeah, it's coming in. It has a purple door. Rolly said to me, he goes, oh my God. He said, your older house has a purple roof. This has got a purple door. And the house is painted black. Oh, you're kidding me. I don't know if you paint a house black. If you did, oh, you know what the cost is to paint? Because, not the cost, but it actually covers other colors really well. We painted really nice, like a teal, you know, really shined and looked nice and no formal, right? I mean, just a great color. Then they came out, and the paint was not old. We just painted before, about a couple of years before, because we were going to sell it before the new people bought it, and now it's solid black. Oh my God. You know what happens in solid black in the summertime? Oh, it's burning up in there. Oh, I bet they're burning butts off. Because black in Colorado, high altitude, you kidding me? It's already hot in this new sun. It's supposed to be frying in there. Number one. Number two, it's good for the wintertime, though, because it will provide you heat. But in the summertime, boy, yeah, and also the cost, because those is electrical things. So there's my other house that was they bought, had built. And I didn't saw much change in this one. Other than, oh, they did change some things. So they put this little thing in here like this. But it had a swimming pool that I used to have a big one in the backyard. But anyway, oh, yeah. So here's this house, right? And it was actually one of the larger lots. It actually had a pretty good lot for the area. And I had a fence, and I tore the damn thing down. But it had this fence there that I used to use because I had a garden. I kept it really cool. Then I put the garden out here later when I moved back in after the former wife kicked me out. But anyway, I had this little garden, a little private area I had. Like, so I go up there with my daughter, look at stars and, you know, barbecue and other things like that, right in this little area here. It's cool, right? I miss those days. Man, I tell you, that's the spiritual thing. I lost everything, even the good times with, you know, children. So I'm going to see if I can drop down in there. So there's not there, but see, is the house, the roof any different? The only thing I see right now, it had, which is odd, I think they had to redo, they got solar panels on it. So they had to redo the roofing, yeah, because it got destroyed, the roof, and I knew it was going to ding a leak. And it was, oh my God, it was about $15,000, $20,000 I fix it. There again, I got ripped off by the insurance company. We had, I had a storm, it's called one of those microbursts, came through and just ripped the crap out of the roof. And I couldn't get them to pay for it because they ripped me off, claimed that the damage was already there, which they had already been there. It's a long story. These insurance companies are bullcrap. They don't want to pay. I paid for 15 years, and it's a long story. I could not get them fixed. So guess what? I had to go out there and manually do it myself. Oh, it just happened. Because I'm a tightwad, and I wanted to learn how to do roofing. So I fixed part of it, patched it myself for a while, right? But it looks like they came in and put solar panels on. It's the only one that has solar panels. So the roofing, that's hard to say because the new people already did. I don't know why it says Bonnie photo. You kidding me? So I'm sorry, really. You're like, oh my God, Kirk. Well, I'm sorry. You know, there's a lot of memories. I used to go out here with the kids. Buried a treasure out here one time just for my birthday. It was funny. Wait, there is something missing. Oh my God. Wait. You're kidding me. There is something major. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, these fracking wells. Oh my God, what annoying. Oh, see, that was a huge complaint. They put fracking wells right. That was the Mandela effect. Those are things there, right? So anyway, let me do a drop down and see if we can see a purple door. All right. Let's see, drop down in there. Come on. Now, GEO. Oh, there we go. Oh God, I had it. Sorry. There we go. Let's see what it has. Boom, 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 boom. No, that is the old one. These photographs are old. Breaks my heart, so folks. The memory's there. I'm not kidding you. It really hurts. It was the first house I actually bought, and you know, with my kids, and that truck was her dad's that I bought. Oops, when I bought it from the bank and he passed away. My daughter had that truck last as a Toyota Tundra, and she just recently sold it. And that was a tree that always bloomed right within the week when my daughter was born. It was a crab apple tree, just gorgeous. And I'm sorry, just looking at everything to see the structure. You know, everything's pretty much there. That was the color I told you. Now it's solid black with the. You know, it's not a bad color. I mean, it wasn't my favorite at the time. You know, but it was something more that fit the neighborhood and it was quite different. So I'm taking an angle here. But there, God, I did so much to that house. I put these beautiful flowers, by the way. They're blooming. I bought wildflowers, and man, you wouldn't believe it. It doesn't look that well. These things would bloom forever. Oh my God, they're just gorgeous. And I had those little buckets, but anyway, and I trimmed the bushes myself because I was kind of a thing. Now, go from a really nice truck to this burned down Suburban. You know, it's okay. And but then yeah, this one we didn't finish at the festival. You'll get there. And you know, there's a Buick. Oh, there's two vehicles I had. You're kidding me. Storage behind those. There's a Buick that I had that I went to college with. Long story. And then another Lumina that I also bought for the wife that used. I sold this to a guy in Erie called Erie Flooring. His son, and he's got it running. I sold it to him. Story behind that, well, there's whole stories everywhere. This is the Buick that I had that I went to college with, that I bought from Markley Motors in Fort Collins. It was a great deal on the Buick. You're like, oh, Kirk got a Buick? Why? Because, yeah, that thing was so smooth and stuff. So anyway, there's the house. And so the reason I don't see anything there. And so I had my children there, had a swimming pool in the back. I'm going to pull back here just for a second. You're like, well, I'm just, you know, sorry. So you can go ahead and move on if you want to, but this is my neighborhood. That was, oh, trying to go forward here. There we go. Let's go move Clark. Let's see. Had some good time. We threw the best 4th of July's on the street, by the way. Oh my God. My neighbor, he was the best. He would go out to Wyoming, buy all his dang illegals and line in his backyard. We played it safe, though, even that. He was like really paying attention. But man, we used to throw the kicker. Oh, there's my pool. God, yeah. Now, that was an Intex pool, and that thing was sweet because everybody loved that thing. You don't realize how big that thing was. Oh, my goodness. Then I had this nice swing set for the kids. Look at that. I was a good dad. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you, I was an awesome dad. Because, I mean, I was out there swinging with the kids. I had this, you know, put all that together, those things for the kids. And, you know, this is the side area I was telling you about. You can't see how big it really was. It's kind of, there's a fence there that you can't see, but it actually had a lot of damn room you could do a small garden and all these other things. And, my God, I'm about to cry, folks, because... some good times, right? Oh, and I got some pool kibble sitting next to the sliding glass door. I was working hard. Oh, I love this upstairs because you could see the mountains to some extent, you know, until the trees. But we had views of mountains. You can't see them from here, the clouds. But anyway, so I had a good backyard. Oh, that right there. I was gonna build my daughter a huge dollhouse. Never finished it. It's sad. I just didn't have time, and I worked with the kids, and but we used to store, use a shed for like a temporary shed for the swimming pool, and I actually had natural heating, so I ran black garden hoses, and that thing run through a pump, and oh my gosh, I was already in a solar energy heating then, and it heat that pool up, and it was awesome. Because, I mean, we could extended way into the season compared to everybody else without using any cost. Because you got to filter the water anyway, so I'd have to run through the filters, and it'd heat the pool. I mean, it was cool. And I covered it up. I'd leave it open like that, and during the day, and then I let it run and heat it. It was awesome. Kids used to love to go in that pool. Me too. And you can't tell how big the backyard is. Actually pretty good size. And the pool, and yeah, good times. You know, it's not too bad being a family and a dad, and I worked so hard. And then, oh God, look at that, man. Yeah, it rusted apart, by the way, folks. That was crazy. I repainted it though later. I did. So it was back to blue. You had to use Rust-Oleum and everything else. I mean, that looks like crap. Because, I mean, I was a conservative guy. I mean, see, even then I didn't waste money. I was conservative, save money, and tried to do the best for my family and have a future for my kids and all these other things. Across the street there, we had there's the Begans. Multi-millionaires right there, not kidding you. It's a long story, I don't to insult them. They're millionaires because they saved their money, and she was a district attorney in Denver. And right in your backyard, they already had money. You didn't know, right? So your neighbor could be millionaires right across the street, and when you know it. Nobody knew they were multimillionaires. You gotta be kidding me. And he was still a police officer for the town of Erie. And I don't know if the neighbors knew I don't know if the police officers knew he was a millionaire. So don't assume that these police officers aren't rich. His wife's just doing, because I don't know if they inherited some money and stuff like that. And then we had the nice Latino Hispanic things. So you wouldn't tell because they're so. I'm not trying to be racist. They're Caucasian, just nice. Martin, yeah, Martin. Great people, a little bit different, but Martin's nice. You know, he's a nice guy. Across the street, that house is always coming and going. Never stood, right? And then they had these others. I'm sorry, my neighborhood. They're Pam and them. Oh my gosh. Now let's not go there. Had problems later on in life. Too bad. Divorce. This always coming and going. Oh my God. This house, that one up there, never was steady. Always in and out, moving. Had some professional runners in there that made a living just seriously running. Always had athletic sometimes, and I never knew who was coming and going in that house. Never knew. Because always like once a year, somebody else is moving in or out. Then what's down the street, I'm going to show you this. Had the first killing, massive killing in Erie, Colorado. Right down the street. I mean, really? They said, oh my God, shocker. The guy came home and killed his wife and got 3 kids. It was shocking. We're like, wow. In a small town, we're like, what? I'm looking at this thing. Look like there's an apparition here. The clouds, just see it. There's a face. Look at this. 2 faces. I can see it. So there was already some spiritual. This one's taken focus. Went folding. Then slurring when it's taken. All right. All right. Well, there's Kirk's story. And sorry so long. And I was going to show you. Oh, that thing is too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you there's residue to our old Earth, new one. That in that timeline, that we know South America moved to the right. I'm going to show you that there is residue of it being yanked or dragged or something that will just show you exactly that we have residue as geographical changes. You know, there's always some kind of residue. You know, we're citing some residues of some slight things showing South America more aligned vertically with North America, but this one's very clear that we can see that through satellite photos and stuff like that. So watch for that one too, because I'm going to show you a little bit about that, because it blew my mind when I saw these things. I'm always scanning something. Is anything in the clouds or sighting them? There's something like there, maybe. Oh, there's a dog. Right there, there's a dog and a face. They're facing off or something. You see this? Where's my pin? Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I don't know if you saw it. That's okay. There's a face even here. Oh my goodness. Yikes. In the field. I kid you not, folks. Right here, you see eye, mouth. It is true, folks. You think I lost my mind. You'll see apparitions like this. In fields, dead grass versus green. Oh, it's everything. I could just go on for hours. There's something that I don't want to tell you right now, but there is something huge. I'll show you later. I've run this long. Right in here, you are not going to believe when I finally said, you got to be kidding me. Father, Lord, and the rest. This blew my mind. I'll do that later, that this whole thing, I showed my mother, I said, what is happening? I said, this is incredible. So I'll show you later the whole story. There is a huge story right here that is just shocking. That when I tell you I'm not trying to hide things. I'm getting tired. I'm going to move on. There is a whole story right in there. When I saw that, I said, what the heck? This is real? And when I saw this, I was like, man, you gotta be kidding me. There's so many things in here. There's the God, there's Lord, there's Eagle of Freedom, there's prophets. Everything is right in here. I don't know if you see it. I'll explain it to you later. And let's see if I can do it even on satellite. You can see it multiple ways. Even there. Even here, you'll say, what is this? I mean, so I'll do that when I can actually draw it really nice and tight too, to show what's happening. When I saw this, I said, man, this is real. And the problem is you can't see, you can see a little bit in the train, but anyway, I will do that later. All right. Love you, and love you all, and look forward to those things. I'm just tired. Okay. Have a great evening or day we're at. Love you all. Take care.